This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and going to talk about the reveal for the Prison of Elders today that Bungie had with Professor Broman, a huge Twitch personality in the Destiny community. This guy, I believe he has over 200,000, 225,000 followers. Big on Destiny. If you're someone who likes to watch a lot of people play Destiny on Twitch, you probably know him. Just on a quick side note about him, I found it hilarious how the chat just kept going off about this guy and saying how annoying he is, how loud he is, how he needs to shut up, and things like that, and how he sucked. I watched the stream on the Bungie page. I had actually hosted it on my Twitch page for people who didn't want to look at it with that chat, because chat rooms for things like this are hilarious. People will always go do their best to be as obnoxious and ignorant as possible. And hey, didn't get disappointed in that area by the people watching. They were just like extra salty about Broman, which I guess is okay in some way, because everybody's an acquired taste. You don't particularly care for everyone that you see, and clearly there were a bunch of people hating and not caring for Broman. I won't say hating. Actually, I will say hating, because they didn't do that well. If you saw the stream, they were struggling in this, and to his credit, Broman never played this before. He was playing with the community manager of Destiny, who's always there for their events, Deej, who is not that great of a player to a lot of people, and one of the lead developers of the Prison of Elders, who, you know, he's a developer. He may not be that great at it. I don't know. It didn't bother me. I mean, I will say this. After about an hour and a half in of them struggling, I was like, okay, I've seen all I needed to see. I'm done with this. I think they ended up going close to 2 hours, maybe. Maybe they did end in an hour and a half. I don't know, because I kind of got sleepy on it. But anyway, I didn't get sleepy on it because I thought that what they were doing was bad, because I actually am excited for this. This is probably the part of the House of Wolves DLC that I've been the most excited for, because I was always interested in horde mode cooperative gameplay, especially since me and my homegirl used to play the hell out of Uncharted 3. We used to run that thing into the ground, the co-op arena and co-op adventures. Now, what this basically is, it's pretty similar, but of course it has its own flavor, where you're put into an arena, the Prison of Elders. There's 5 different chambers that you have to enter. So you have 5 rounds in this. You have, and I had to find some of this information out, thankfully, from some of the YouTubers who were allowed to go and record gameplay. Shoutouts to DPJ for his video. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description. I'm actually re-recording this because I said it in my last recording that there were some things that you didn't get explained that well, because they were so concentrating on trying to get through it that you didn't really get to see a lot of stuff. If you were watching, your interest probably waned a little bit because they were struggling a lot. And I had thought at first that it was just 5 modes of 3 waves, because when you first start, you get a room, you get 3 waves of enemy, and then once you beat that, you go to the second chamber, you get 3 waves, and then they add little elements like you have to defuse mines or else the maps will end, on top of kill the 3 waves, or you have to defeat a certain target on top of killing the 3 waves before you can move to the next round. And that's usually for the first 3 rounds, although from what I can gather, it is kind of randomized, so you may not get the same straightforward experience as they got, especially if you move to the other locations, which I'll talk about that in a bit. Then there's a sub-boss level where you have to kill a major target, and then you get a boss fight, and once you kill the boss, you finish it off, and boom, you've done with the Prison of Elders. Now, The Prison of Elders itself is actually the base level of this whole experience. There is just a arena called the Prison of Elders, where it's level 28. You can fight enemies. Anybody can fight there. You don't need to team up. It has matchmaking. So if you're that person who struggled with the raids to find someone to play with, you're good, because you don't need that. It'll automatically matchmake you with people, and you can go from there. How well that's going to work all depends on the people that you're matchmade with and how well they work with other people. But that's open to everyone. It's all week, same thing. You don't have to worry about falling victim to resets. Now, the other modes that they have are higher level challenges. They're level 32, level 34, and level 35. So it's kind of like the raids, where you get a hard mode that's above the level cap. So it'll make it more challenging. They're more rewarding. You get better stuff, and you get harder in different challenges. Those are subject to resets, and they weren't clear on how frequent how different those would be, or if they would change a lot more than the Prison of Elders would. But you definitely got a different experience from those, and a better challenge from those. So those you do have to go on with the team. So make sure you have a bunch of people that you work well with, so you can go in there and take those down, so you can get those better rewards. Now, after in all four of these different experience you complete, you get a key to go to a room, and you get rewards. You get drops. Yes, people, same as raids, you get drops. It's something that Bungie had been saying for weeks, but I think people who were so upset that they're not just getting what they know didn't realize that everything in the House of Wolves, you will get drops. Items will drop for you. You will get special gear that is exclusive to that stuff. So hey, you're gonna get stuff, people. Don't worry. It doesn't have to be a raid for you to get some cool shit. You know what I mean? But the name of the three other chambers are Broken Legion, Urok's Grudge, and Skola's Revenge, and that's in the order of difficulty right there. There's different modifiers for each round, so you'll get some things like, I saw them get one where they got a more powerful shield, but if that shield gets taken down and you lose health, you don't regain your health. So you could feel like, okay, I got a better shield, I can run through anything. Don't do that, because once that shield drops, your health's not coming back. Whatever. So if you get your health knocked down to a third, when your shield regenerates, it only regenerates over a third of energy. So you still only have that third of that shield, even though it's a strong shield. So think about that. Burns do count like they do in Nightfall. So you'll sometimes get modifiers with Arc Burn, Void Burn, Solar Burn, things like that. When you complete certain things, like the mines, you defuse the mines and stuff like that, and you get past those rounds, they will drop you some special stuff in the form of weapons. I saw only one weapon in the reveal, and that was some type of rocket launcher, it seemed like, where you charged it, you shot the rocket attached to them, and then they exploded, which seemed pretty cool. But there are special gift drops like that, unlimited heavy, stuff like that, for completing certain tasks. So you do have that. There are no save checkpoints, so don't think that you are struggling in this. You get to a point where you're like, I'm tired of this, let's just come back and finish it. No, if you don't finish it, you have to start everything back over again. So don't get to chamber number 5, get frustrated, and then quit thinking that you got a checkpoint. Nope. Keep going and just finish it, because you're going to be very, very pissed that you have to do it all over again. And like I said, most of these modes will be randomized. Not everything's going to go in the same exact order. So you may get a modifier and a chamber, like you fight all the enemies. There's Fallen, Cabal, Vex, and Hive. So you'll run into all of them. You may get the ones that you struggle the most with. You don't want to do that. So you make sure that once you get into this, you're ready to go to the end, because it seems like the experience is going to be a good 30 to 45 minutes at the least for most people. So bear that in mind. But it looks good. Looks like it's going to be fun. I can't wait to see this in person. Like I said, it's something I've been looking forward to because I've never been one to be that huge into the raids. I think the raids are cool, but I felt like once I've done them once, twice, maybe 3 times at the most, it's kind of stale. And I'm not that person who is desperate to get everything. There's certain items that I would like to get, and there's still some stuff that I would still like to get. But I feel like I have enough stuff, and again, that's because RNG seems to be pretty nice to me, unfortunately, because my friends, they all hate me. But I think I have enough gear that I'm not that concerned. I have, and maybe it's because of how I've been feeling burned out on Destiny lately. Maybe that's why I wasn't that concerned about doing the grind and stuff like that. But now I feel like I'm gonna have a gaming mode that's gonna keep me well engaged, and keep my attention. Hopefully they will expand on it even more. I know it's only 4 different things, but they could possibly add more. And like I said, because it has variables and differences and switch ups in each experience when you go through it, that should help as well. So definitely looking forward to Prison of Elders. Glad I was able to see what I was able to see of it and get the confidence that I'm gonna get what I want out of this. But anyway, you guys hit me up, let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.